Awesome. Hello and welcome everyone to the 14th National Hackergal Hackathon. We're just going to wait a little bit more to continue allowing people from across the country to join us. We are so excited to be having you all participate from all across Canada, exploring the world of coding and putting your awesome tech skills to the test. Hello, Hackergals. My name is Chloe, and I am so thrilled to be one of your co-hosts today for the Virtual Coding Club celebration. Here at Hackergal, I am the Black Youth Outreach Specialist, and so a big part of my job is connecting with girls and gender diverse youth just like you and reminding them how much we want and need them in the tech world. So, I've had the opportunity to see inspiring Hackergals coding and communities from all across Canada, and we cannot wait to see your creativity shine through with the amazing projects that you're going to be creating today. But I am not alone in hosting this event, and I'm so pleased to welcome Swetha, one of Hackergal's incredible first-year ambassadors. She's a grade 11 student at Donald A. Wilson Secondary School, and she began her coding journey by joining a STEM club at her elementary school, believe it or not, in grade 4. She's been a Hackergal ambassador since September 2024, and she's going to be sharing her insights and knowledge today as my co-host. And I'll hand it over to you, Swetha, now.
Thank you so much, Chloe, for that introduction. A big hello to all the Hacker Gals tuning in across Canada today. My name is Swetha, and as Chloe mentioned, I'm an 11th grade student at Donald A. Wilson Secondary School. I'm so excited to be here today with you all. This is such an important event for me today as an ambassador and as a lover for coding. I will now start us off with the land acknowledgement. We are coming to you from the indigenous ancestral land known as Turtle Island, or as we know it, North America, which is home to many communities of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. Chloe, for example, is joining us from Montreal, also known by its traditional Mohawk name, Tiohtià:ke, which means where the boats and rivers meet. And I am joining from Whitby in the Durham region, which is within the territory of the Mississaugas of the Scugog Island First Nation. We'd like to take this time to acknowledge the Ganyangeha or Mohawk people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, the Mississaugas of Scugog Island people, and many more Indigenous communities who lived here before us and continue to live here now. We recognize both the responsibility and obligation to the peoples on whose traditional territory we work, learn, and live. Did you know that the word Toronto originates from the Mohawk word Takaranto, meaning the place in the water where the trees are standing? Do you know what Quebec means? Or Ontario? Do you know what languages they come from? If you take the time to learn the traditional names of places and the languages of the territory you're on, you'll learn a lot about the history of where you live. We really encourage you all to learn about the land you call home, because it is vital to educate ourselves about the true history of this land.
Thank you so much for our thoughtful land acknowledgement, Swetha. Now, let's get into some helpful reminders. As you may have noticed, all attendees are muted and all of our cameras are disabled for security and safety purposes. You may have also noticed that this event is being recorded. Now, while you may be muted, we definitely still want to see your excitement shine through in the chat. So whether you're a learner or whether you're a facilitator writing in on behalf of your learner, just remember our chat room is intended for positive and supportive of message only. We are here to encourage one another and to learn from our amazing speakers. While we're here, let's also prioritize everyone's safety and refrain from sharing any personal information. Finally, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love for you all to share your favorite moments from our live hackathon kickoff party by following us on social media at the Hackergals or using the hashtag #IamAHackergal or Je suis une Hackergal. We can't wait to see your posts and to hear your stories.
Thanks for those helpful reminders, Chloe. As you all know, this year's theme is Hack the Gender Bias in AI. But first, let's start things off with an icebreaker. How do you feel about that, Chloe?
That sounds like a great idea. How about all of you out there across Canada? Are you ready to participate? Sound off in the chat. All right, take it away, Swetha.
Thanks, Chloe. Here are our icebreaker questions. Once you have your answer, type it into the chat. Okay, let's get started. Would you rather have an AI robot do all your chores for you forever without an allowance, or you do all your own chores forever with an allowance.
Ooh, this is a tricky one. A life without doing the dishes, very, very tempting to think about.
It definitely is. Love seeing everyone's thoughtful responses in the chat.
Yes, I'm seeing a lot of varied responses. Some people going with A, some people going with B. Awesome. What would you rather do, Swetha?
I think I would go with B, just because I feel like I would need an allowance.
Honestly, get that bag. I get it.
Yeah.
Ooh, very good point. Someone said in the chat, option B, because if you choose AI, you won't learn the skills. Very good point. All right, Swetha, ready to go to our next icebreaker question?
Okay, how about this one? Would you rather an AI robot pack lunches for you every day that they think are best for you, but you don't get to choose what the lunch is, or make all your lunches yourself, but you get to choose what you want to eat?
I love this question, Swetha, because it really gets us to pause and think about what would actually make our lives easier and what could potentially take away some of our choices.
I know, right? Such a great opportunity to use some of our critical thinking skills.
Or would you rather have to make all your lunch?
Ooh, a lot of bees in the chat.
Yes, I'm seeing some of the option B because I want to choose, and some people are picky eaters. Very true.
Yeah, personally, I choose B too. I'm a really picky eater. What about you, Chloe?
I'm definitely going with B. You know, sometimes you just get tired of certain foods, and sometimes you go through like a phase, and I think I really want to have that option for myself.
For sure. Okay, I think it's time for our last question. Would you rather live in a world with no AI at all, or live in a world where AI does and chooses everything for us?
This one's kind of a bigger question, right? Because you're really thinking in this hypothetical situation forever. Do we want AI or do we rather not in this case? I'm seeing a
Lots of
lot of people
A's.
going with A. Someone said A because no. Yeah, anyone from the B team? I'm seeing a lot of people really valuing their choice and really valuing the privilege that we get to make these types of decisions for ourselves.
It's so awesome to see you all put on your critical thinking hats to imagine the futures we want and don't want when it comes to AI. I know on our end, we've been having tons of conversations about the role AI plays on our lives, right, Chloe?
Absolutely. And thank you for leading that insightful icebreaker, Swetha. It's definitely such a helpful topic for us to think about, especially today. Now, let's go through the agenda for today's virtual coding club celebration. First, we'll be chatting a little bit about the exciting opportunities in today's hackathon that all of you are able to engage with and participate in. Spoiler alert, this includes some amazing prizes, so stay tuned. Next, we're going to check in with some coding clubs from all across Canada, where our Hackergal team are standing by. We can't wait to see them on screen. Then, we'll introduce some inspiring guests for you all to learn from. Finally, we'll have some important reminders for you all, so remember to stick around to learn more about how to make the most out of today's event.
Thanks so much, Chloe. Now I'm so excited to go through what today looks like across Canada. Did you know that hundreds of hacker gals are all coding together today? All of you in the East Coast and Central Canada will have been working on your coding projects for a bit by now, but out in BC, you're just starting your day. It's amazing to think of all of us coding together according to our annual theme of hacking the bias in AI. The way you're all coding today may look different. Let me ask the crowd. How many of you are coding using Scratch today? What about HTML? Let's pop your answers in the chat if you're able.
Hmm. Seeing a lot of folks using Scratch. We love Scratch.
There's a
Ooh,
few HTMLs too.
yeah, seeing a couple HTML folks popping up. Awesome.
All right. All of you will have been working through three phases of development: ideation, development, and finally refining and pitching your projects. At the end of the day, you'll have created something that you should be very proud of. Once you've got that project done, you want to show it off to your fellow hacker gals, family, and friends. If you want to take that to the next level, how about sharing it with a panel of awesome women in tech experts? If that sounds like something you'd love to do, you just got to check out our National Pitch Day. Holy moly, it's going to be amazing. Chloe, can you tell us a bit about it?
Absolutely. Our National Pitch Day, by the way, is totally optional, but I would really encourage you all to consider registering. It'll be on Saturday, May 3rd from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. EDT. It'll be like Dragon's Den, where hacker gals are randomly chosen from a draw to present their project to a panel of tech professionals. If you would like to be a part of this one-of-a-kind opportunity, you'll have to register your interest via our National Pitch Day registration form, which opens up today. We'll put the link to the form in the chat now. Or you can also find it in your hackathon, learners, and facilitators toolkits on the Hackergal Hub. Now remember, you must submit your completed project in order to register. So make sure you can complete it before our deadline, which is Friday, May 2nd at 2 p.m. EDT. However, even if your project is not picked to be presented to our expert panel, you'll still get that chance to win a $100 Staples gift card just for submitting and attending the event. Now, if you're a bit more low key, but would still like to showcase your work, you are also welcome to submit your project to our coding project judging opportunity by Sunday, May 4th at 12 a.m. midnight EDT for the chance to win some amazing prizes. If you submit your project via our post survey, you'll have the chance to win a Kodak digital camera, a Lenovo tablet, Sony headphones, or a waterproof Bluetooth JBL speaker. We'll be throwing the project submission link, which is also our post survey, into the chat right now. You can also find the link in your learners and facilitators toolkits on the Hackergal Hub. Wow, all of these awesome opportunities to win prizes and show off your projects, we love to see it. Now, whether you are flying solo or whether working as a duo is best for you, you've got some options. We are going to allow you to create and submit a coding project either individually or in a group of two. We can't wait to see your submissions for these exciting opportunities.
Wow, Chloe, that is so incredible. I would totally submit if I could. Everyone should definitely also submit their project for National Pitch Day. That's such a cool way of showcasing your coding skills and getting valuable feedback from industry experts. Now, if you have questions or your teachers have questions during the hackathon, you're all welcome to post them on our special hackathon Padlet. Our phenomenal tech lead, Kumiko, is going to pop that link in the chat now. This Padlet is a great place to put any questions about projects, coding, prizes, or even our National Pitch Day. We can't wait to hear from you. Now, we all know you've heard of our theme, but just to share it again, this year we're so excited to see you practice your coding skills while thinking super critically about AI and the gender bias in AI. Today's mission is to create a project using Scratch or HTML CSS which addresses or proposes a solution to the lack of representation of women, girls, and gender diverse people in AI tools. Chloe, what do you think about this theme and mission?
Mm. This is such an important topic, Swetha. The truth is, as AI becomes more and more integrated into our lives, it is so valuable for us as humans to lean into our superpowers of critical thinking and questioning some of the responses that we get from AI. With the understanding that biases can and will creep in sometimes depending on how the AI was trained and what it's being asked. Remember, when in doubt, think about who is and who is not being represented in this response. This also makes me think of our Voices in Tech campaign, where we ask these tough yet necessary questions like, why are the most recognizable voices in tech, the most recognizable women's voices in tech, AI such as Siri and Alexa? Having these conversations is such a crucial part of HackerGal's mission to be a part of the solution when it comes to tackling inequity and developing more inclusive options in the tech world. And this is where you come in, Hacker Gals.
That's so great, Chloe. Such great insight. We know some of our friends over in the East have already started their brainstorming, and we are so pumped to see you all get creative as you start to code your Scratch and HTML projects. Here are some examples of what your project could look like according to our theme and mission. You could teach about gender biases through coding an interactive story, create a Scratch chat box to help with gender-based bullying, or even design a web page to spotlight women and gender diverse leaders in tech. We can't wait to see all the inspiring projects you've created. Now, my favorite part. We're going to check in with schools across Canada where Hackergal staff are standing by. Let's take a look at our map for the locations where all our spotlights will be tuning in from coast to coast. So impressive. I can't wait to see you all on screen. Let's start out east with Gagetown, New Brunswick, where Hacker Girls Tara and Lillian are visiting Gagetown School and facilitator Melanie's Coding Club. Hi, Tara!
I'm here. Hello, friends. Oh, I just got. You're so small. Hello. Hi, Swetha. We are so happy to be here in Gagetown on the ancestral lands of the Mi'kmaq and Wolastoqiyik peoples. Joining me today is my colleague Lillian that you can all see here, but we're very happy to hear from three of our Gagetown Coding Club Hacker Gals. So behind me, we have Ashlyn, we have Lily, and we also have Danny joining us. So can you let us know what your favorite part of the hackathon has been so far?
My favorite part has probably been that we've been able to create and just like make up what we want instead of being told what to do.
Awesome. Anyone else want to share?
I like basically the freedom that you can turn something from your imagination into like a reality, basically.
Yeah. And you want to bring us home?
I like being able to like just sit with your friends and create stuff over like the course of a day. So.
Yeah, and we are so happy to be joining. So thank you so much. I will be turning it back over to Chloe, but say bye for now, Gagetown.
Bye.
Thank you, Tara. That was awesome. It was so great to see you and all the Gagetown Hacker Gals. All right, now we're going to head a bit west over to Mississauga, Ontario, where Hacker Gal team members Michelle and Maria are ready to connect. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Maria.
Hi everyone. We're coming to you. Say hi. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. We're back. We're back. Okay, awesome. Sorry, I disconnected. We're coming to you from the ancestral lands of Attawandaron people, which more recently have become the treaty lands and the territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit. I'm here with my colleague Maria. Say hi. I'm here with Aaron, who's all the way over there, and I'm here with the amazing Mississauga crowd. Say hi. I'm also here with two learners, Gemma and Sarah, who've been working really hard on their coding projects. Here's Gemma and Sarah. Could you two tell me why you think it's important for us all to think about gender bias in AI?
I think it's important for us to think about gender bias in AI because AI influences lots of people, and when you're searching on AI platforms such as ChatGPT, it'll give you an answer biased on girls. For example, our hacker gals at Mignola did an experiment where our teacher, Madame Peters, asked ChatGPT who are the best chefs in the world. Under professional chefs, they were all male, and under at-home chefs, they were all female.
I think it's important to think about gender bias in AI because when women were treated unfairly in the past years, the programmers of AI sources such as ChatGPT made unfair stereotypes about girls, like how boys are so much better than girls at most things. Because of the people that program these sources, they make AI based to their opinions, biased based to their opinions.
Awesome. Thank you so much, girls. And back over to you, Chloe. Say bye.
Wow, amazing, Michelle. That was so amazing to see you there in Mississauga with all of our hacker gals. That's an incredible amount of coders in one space. So, so cool to see. All right, let's keep heading west. We're now going to go to Calgary, Alberta, where our team members, Rebecca and Kim, are hanging out with some awesome coders themselves. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Kim.
Hi, everyone. Say hi, everyone from Calgary. All right, here we are. We are so excited. It's so nice to see everyone on the live stream. I'm here in Calgary on the ancestral lands of the Tsuut'ina and the Ayarhe Nakoda and the Métis, and we're at Alice Jameson Girls Academy. Cheers for that. Like, here we are. We're so excited with facilitator Heidi Vandenberg and some amazing coders who've been working really hard on their projects today. So I'm also joined by two very special people here, Usha and Dalen, who are going to be sharing a bit of their thoughts about coding. So you two, we can start with you, Dalen, maybe, and come a little bit closer to me here. What's one of the coolest things that you've learned to do with code so far?
Definitely one of the coolest things I've learned how to do is definitely change backgrounds and like do all the voices and recording. I think it's so cool that you can make a whole story and have such a big impact with just a few building blocks. I think that's personally amazing. I also really love just like the text. It conveys so much emotion, just like a bunch of little text. It's amazing.
That's so cool. I love it. There's so many possibilities in code, right? Okay, Usha, what about yourself?
For me, the coolest thing that I learned at Hackergal was CSS. It just really brings your website to life, and it helps you connect with other people that use your website.
That's beautiful. And both of you have amazing projects. And we're looking forward to seeing everyone else's. So a final cheers and goodbye from everyone. Bye. Woo! Bye, everyone. Bye.
Incredible. Okay, let's keep moving all the way to Courtenay, British Columbia, where we have Hackergal's executive director, Lucy, and the wonderful Helen just starting their day of coding. Hi, you two.
Hi. So excited to be here. I'm Lucy. I'm with my colleague Helen. We're live from Comox Valley, BC with 6 inspiring Comox Valley District schools. Girls, can we give some energy to the video? Super excited to start our day. It's very early here, so we are just getting started with this year's hackathon, but I do have 2 girls here that are going to tell us what they're excited about for this year's hackathon. So Georgia, can you let them know, let the crowd know what you're excited about?
I'm excited to get to use Scratch. It's kind of my first time using it. And I'm excited to get to kind of like make something on it.
Yeah, totally, especially with this year's mission. What about you, Fern? Oh, your name was there. There you are.
Well, I mostly like that it's kind of like free, you know, like people don't tell you what to do. It's kind of nice. I like doing it mostly because of that. And that, you know, it's also fun.
Yeah, the hackathon is very fun. We're super excited to get started. So thank you so much for featuring Comox Valley. Can we give a big bye? Back to you, Sweta.
Wow, it's unbelievable to think that we just traveled all the way across Canada. That's almost 6,000 kilometers. So cool knowing so many hacker gals are all coding their project right now. I hope you'll all be submitting them for National Pitch Day or even coding project judging, or even both.
Absolutely, Swetha. I loved seeing all the different hacker gals from all across Canada join the live stream. Now, if you can believe it, we are nearing the end of our Coding Club celebration. We're so thrilled to have shared this time with you all and to have you all tuning in. But before we sign off, we are going to be introducing two very special guest speakers for you all, our 2025 Hacker Gal scholars, Aska and Stella. Aska and Stella have both spent time as Hackergal ambassadors in Hackergal's high school ambassador program and have truly excelled in their academics, extracurriculars, and community engagement. They are truly inspiring examples of young women exploring a future in tech, and we just can't wait for you all to meet them. Aska and Stella, welcome to the Hackergal Hackathon, and thank you both so much for being here.
Hi everyone, I'm Aska and I'm super excited to be here with you all today. I remember watching last year's hackathon with my learners at my coding club, and the passion and enthusiasm that you're all bringing today to this event is truly infectious. A bit about me is that I'm a grade 12 student based in Mississauga, and I'm really passionate about coding, robotics, and all things tech. Outside of school, I also love to bake, and I also run a small business selling my baked goods. I'm also editor-in-chief of my school newspaper, a team lead on my school's first robotics team. Would highly recommend getting involved if you have that opportunity at your school as well. And I'm also a student rep on my school board Student Equity Council. My passion for technology started back in grade 7 when I became involved in my middle school's first Tech Challenge robotics team, and it's grown ever since through participating in hackathons and creating projects in the space, including most recently an app to raise awareness about invasive species in my hometown of Mississauga. I was also a 2024 Nokia Future Tech intern where I got to work with a team of engineers to refine an alarm system on the fault management team. I also really love to volunteer in STEM outreach, which led me to Hackergal and running my own coding club last year, which reached girls from across 3 different provinces. And this fall, I hope to major in computer engineering, where I can build in domains like machine learning and engineer smart devices that bridge gaps in underserved communities, because I truly believe that engineering isn't just about what we build, but it's about who we build it for. And my biggest advice to all of you here today is don't wait to feel ready, because the truth is that you grow into things by doing them and not by waiting to feel qualified, because you probably already are. Say yes to the things that scare you a little, because those are often the most meaningful. You might feel like you don't belong in certain spaces, and believe me, I felt that too. But you do, and every time you show up, especially when it's hard, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you think. And remember, your perspective is really powerful. Tech needs voices like yours. I can't wait to see what you all create here today, and know that your passion is such an inspiration for following through with your enthusiasm for STEM.
I'm super excited to be here today. I can't believe I watched last year's hackathon with my learners and now I'm speaking at it. Hi, I'm Stella, and here's a bit about myself. I love watching Formula One races, building robots, and creating artwork. I've always been drawn to the unknown. Space has always been a big interest of mine, and tech feels the same. It's always unpredictable and advancing. That's probably why I love them both. I'd like to think that I've always been surrounded by tech. As a kid, I was a huge Minecraft player, which led me to explore game development, modding, and even blockchain when COVID hit. In high school, I joined my school's robotics team, mainly working on the build team and sometimes strategy. And Hackergal was another huge turning point for me because it gave me a platform to grow and share. It taught me that coding isn't just about logic, it's also about expression and impact. At school, I'm involved in robotics, tech crew, and I currently lead a creative coding club on Tuesdays and Thursdays. With support from Google, we're creating a fully electronic mural filled with artwork made by students out of code. It's been amazing seeing the progress, and I'm so excited for what's yet to come. As for my post-secondary plans, this upcoming fall, I'll be majoring in mechanical engineering because I want to continue building things that solve real-world problems and bring ideas to life, whether that's through robots, machines, or something entirely new. And lastly, my advice would be to learn as much about yourself as possible. Say yes to everything that excites you: clubs, hackathons, events. I've realized that a lot of my regrets aren't actually from things I've done, but rather what I didn't do or didn't do enough of. It's so important to realize that we live inside the stories we tell ourselves. Change the story. Try the things you think you can't. That's how you grow. Thank you all so much for listening. I'm so excited for everything you're going to create. Happy hackathon!
Thank you so much, Aska and Stella, for inspiring us all with your stories and future plans. It's truly so wonderful to hear about the incredible things you're going to accomplish and how Hackergal has played a role in that journey. Now, we are at the end of our time together. Before we say our goodbyes, we want to make sure there are some reminders shared regarding next steps and all the super exciting opportunities you have access to. To start, we hope you all keep coding and finish your big projects before the end of the day. You got this! Before you wrap up for the day, remember to submit your interest in pitching your project at our May 3rd National Pitch Day. That's this Saturday. In order to be featured and to pitch your projects to our expert panels, you'll have to submit your interest via the National Pitch Day form, or this link can be found in your Learner Toolkit on Hackergal Hub, or ask your teacher. Make sure you submit for the chance to present your project to our panel of experts and national audience. All people who submit interest in attending, who are not among those randomly selected to present, will also be eligible to win a $100 Staples gift card. Finally, you can also submit your coding project to our coding project judging before Sunday, May 4th at 12 a.m. midnight by completing the post survey. Through submitting your project for coding project judging, you'll be eligible to win a Kodak digital camera or a Lenovo tablet as an individual learner, or Sony headphones or a waterproof Bluetooth JBL speaker as a pair submission. Remember, you can always attend National Pitch Day and submit your project for coding project judging at the same time. How exciting!
We'd also love to take this time to extend our heartfelt thanks to our incredible sponsors. Your generous support makes the work we do here at Hackergal possible all across Canada. Thank you for your commitment, for believing in our mission, and helping us bring it to life. I'm so honored to now share our final goodbyes with the whole country and all of the Hacker Gals out there. We're so proud of all the work you've been achieving over the past few months and especially today. Huge congratulations to everyone, and thank you to all of our amazing facilitators and to our Hackergal team members out there. Good luck with the rest of the day, everyone, and so long for now. Bye!